While I was playing ranked, I ran into some names, and it was just like, well, let's just get the replays with the names. I was a little bit rusty. I hadn't played in a long time. Is this what's his name? Antoine. What's this guy? He played Rose in SF4. He played at Wednesday Night Fights. Right? Is that him? What's his name? Filipino man? Was that it? That doesn't sound familiar, but I think that was it. I think he played Chun a little bit in that game too, and I think he plays Chun in this game, and I think this is him. Pretty sure. If not, this is just a random guy. I'm getting a little fucked up right now. Hard to play neutral versus Chun-Li, isn't it? I beat most characters in neutral with Sakura, but, oh, he didn't do anything. I could have thrown him. Good players don't tech throws, ever. I've noticed that. Just throws just work. That was me trying to cancel into that, and I just fucked up. I think this guy just dabs on me. I can't find anything. DP would actually have been good there. I tried to Tatsu for whatever reason. But I actually could have DP'd through any of those fireballs, I think. EX DP would have worked through those fireballs. And usually when EX DP works, VT2 DP works. Generally speaking, VT2 DP is just a better EX DP. Not giving me anything. Dashing in is kind of scary on Chun-Li because she could just throw out one of her great pokes. Let's stand light kick on hit. On counter hit. Crouching opponent, or else it wouldn't have comboed. I hate that, dude. I was so close to the corner. You have to actually, like, be touching the corner for that to work. If not, then it just won't work. What a drop. That would have been fantastic. That would have been extra damage plus fucking Oki. That was punishable. I'm pretty sure light kick would have punished it. Ooh. I got hit by wake up low short. I'm just down backing. No, that counter hit. Not that the counter hit mattered. He actually canceled the move. Good reaction. Crouch medium kick has a really long cancel window for Chun-Li, just like fucking third strike. So she can, what you more typically see it for is crouch medium kick, rock confirming, spinning bird kick. That works into light and even medium bird kick. Heavy, if you do light cancel, it won't work. But super, it absolutely works to just low forward super. Literally an SF3 confirm. Pew pew. Bad confirmed by him. I should have thrown him. I should have thrown him. I still should have thrown him. He didn't take a throw for shit. I think more stand light kicks would be doing me favors here. That was actually a punish. I was not expecting that. I should have just canceled it. I didn't think it would be a punish. It looked way too far away. I'm winning. Ooh, that was not what I wanted. Counter hit. Could have done something there. No strong. Where'd all my health go? GG. GG, GG. It's over. He actually could have supered me there on that fireball. But now he gets all this meter. All the good characters were X-Men. We could have had Jubilee. Oh, how'd he do it? What a perfect stagger. No cancel, though. What am I doing here? I'm fucked. I'm just trying not to get stunned. I couldn't. I could have reversed one of those pokes, but they were so far out it didn't feel good. That's plus, I think. That's not what you do there. Light DP is what you do there. I thought about it at the match. I was like, oh, what's the play? And then I threw the worst fireball of all time. That should have been EX kicks by him. It would have killed me. He just fucked it up. Still killed me, though. I think that's Filipino man, and I think he just dabbed on me. You guys might recognize this player. It's stupendous. I get a lot of experience versus Zangief, but I hate fighting Zangief so much. I feel like I can't make reads versus him. What a bad start. That was me backdashing. That was me holding down back. Alright, here I am. I get to play. I deliberately didn't do the DP because you get more Oki. Yeah, got him. Ugh, that was so bad. I'm so bad. I probably could have punished that. I definitely could have punished those. Oops, oops, oops. He tried to do a crush counter punish. A lot of people fuck that up. Like, players of all skill levels fuck that up. You can only crush counter the EX one. Look at that. What do I do? I hold that forward. Kind of risky versus Geef with fucking super, which could have just punished that. Oh, I tried to whip punish it. Whip punished successfully. He is really trying to land that. He wanted it to do something. Backdash. I was trying to bait a super, but like, you know. Do people actually do that? Realistically? I think he was trying to psych me out, but I was resistant to it at that time. Successfully resisted being psyched out. With all those fucking parries and all those Stand Fierces. Got rid of some white health. Never mind. There it all goes. Whatever advantage I had is now gone. Look at that. Damage. That was lucky. I could have died. That's a hard counter to charge fireballs. Again, he can super those. So I should like never do them. Fireball cancels in this matchup. I wonder if he was just holding and I did B-trigger activate, if I would be able to EXTP. That's his first fucking... Not his first, but that's like one of his earliest EXTPs. Easy reads. I had no good mix-up there. But a lot of people, like, you know, don't want to get mixed on Wake Up. I've had a good success with that meaty fireball like that. They'll like wake up with a poke to try and prevent dash, or they'll wake up with backdash. That meaty fireball, like despite the fact that it has no mix-up, it has a mix-up. I got one on Stupendous. This guy's a champ as far as I'm concerned. Not a good jump. Geef has a lot of stuff that's really weak to jumps. Oh, it's scary. Ugh, it's scary. I think this round ends with something kind of funny. He makes a hard read on me, but it's just like a bad read, I feel. It's like, what a waste of a bar. I was willing to die on him spending something like that. Oh, what a cool little punish. Wish I did EX. Wake up throw. What up? I could have actually canceled that. Not that I would have, but I could have. Ah! I don't think he teched it. Yeah, that's a punish. I can't do that versus Geef who knows. There as well. I was defeated mentally in that round. Lariat's a problem for Sakura. It punishes close range fireball, it punishes all variations of charged fireball, and it punishes like raw VT1 fireball in neutral. And it kills VT1 mix-ups with VS1, and just VS1 in general. Got that white health. Look at it. Maybe I can remove it from him. What do you guys think? Or maybe I'm just going to fucking die. Look at that. Counterpoke's a little strong. Not great. Getting the damage. Getting it. I'm getting it. I kind of wanted to chase down the stun. Ew. I could have juggled there. Would have been fucking sick. He had to not let go. You have to hold the trigger there. Here. I got absolutely dabbed on. I never thought about it. It's so obvious. The Towards Fierce catches people holding up or backdashing or shit like that. And the EXDP catches someone blocking. That sequence allows you to catch someone who hard commits in either direction. It's such an obvious sequence. And I think most people probably hard commit, right? They probably either jump or they fucking hold down back. They don't realize they have to hold down back then jump. I should have EXDP though. Given the health values on both sides, I should have just done EXDP. Of course he was going to try and mix me up. I definitely had a punish there. Could have killed him. I could have held up and I would have won. It was scary. I got hit by that same mix. I already showed I was weak to it. I didn't get to think about it till later. I was like, didn't realize how weak I was to that because I always hard commit. I'm always one way or the other. I don't think so. Sakura's DP just beats Flex, I think. It's Shibbletim. Remember Shibbletim? I've actually played him before in Ranked. Last time he got me. So this time I'm trying to get him. He uses VS2 like a poke. It's kind of fun to see. Oh, like she bounces off them? Like as though it was blocked? Spab? I think Shibbletim played Guy. Ah, that's not a great reply there, honestly. I guess it is. It's probably the best thing I can do. Punished. I like VT2 here because it gives me a better 4-frame punish. Which I like versus like Blanca Ball stuff. It also gives me DP, which I like versus Mixies. Ah! I was like, I forgot about that. You can react to the different arcs. Why didn't I super cancel there? Retrospectively? Why the fuck didn't I super cancel? That was going to be super canceled and it was going to chip out. It was risky. Why the fuck didn't I super cancel? I ended up keeping the meter. It didn't occur to me at the time, I think. Those always work on me. I'm incapable of blocking that. I don't remember if it's a real low. Pretty sure it is. Alright, time to get some momentum. Too far away even for low forward. I actually dashed in and held down back a little bit there, I think. Never ever. Ah, this shit's cheap. Cross up Blanca balls. You can, if it's an up ball, he can do cross up Blanca balls with it. If it's a straight ball, he can't. You can like react, but it's kind of hard in the moment to see the difference between a straight ball and an up ball. Yikes. Those are unsafe. Ah, Low immune. Calling me surprised. Ooh, hit him midair. Hop is actually midair. Not something I thought I had to think about. That was a punish. Yikes. With a whimper. I should have challenged some of that with VT2 DP, I think. I remember thinking that at the time. Then I was like, whatever happens at the end of the next couple rounds, I'm going to challenge with VT2 DP. Because I don't think he respects it. Remember that. Shibboletham! Punished. Rare footage. I didn't actually punish it, it was gonna hit. At least I did something faster than he could do something. Made me feel a little better. I can't believe that wasn't a punish! Delete Sakura. I thought it was supposed to be the biggest fucking light normal in the game. There's no lobby here. This is replays. So no. Cross up, I think. Love that combo. Ugh. At least I recovered first. This is not really the road to Grandmaster, but it kind of is. And also it was just road to Master. Because I don't think I'll ever hit Grandmaster. That crush jab! I should hit a little stagger there waiting for an EX uppercut that he didn't do. He likes EX uppercut, so I was trying to think about it a little bit. Tried to do empty jump low, didn't work. I want for 2 jabs into short, but 1 jab into short was the play. Cool combo. Wake up, stand short. Blanca players don't care. Ta-da. I was thinking that. I did it without even reacting to the EX ball. But that crouch jab might just always work there. It looked really weird. I was kind of thinking about whether I could jump in on that. It feels scary. But Blanca's, the stand jab whiffed on crouch. On cower crouch. That was +4. I could have done something there. I like knew that was plus. EX Fireball would have been really good after that crouch fierce. Falk has this annoying thing where she's a better designed Ed visually, but also she came after Ed, which means she's instantly not as memorable. And also she's more irrelevant than Ed. I missed Stand Strong. I remember that. I was like, what the fuck just happened? That should have been a nice combo for me. Challenged again. I decided not to wait. I was just like, I'll challenge these. And I did. I saw he was plus and I DP'd. I don't do that very much. I'm very afraid to do that. If they just made Falk initially, and never made Ed, it would have been so much better. Punish for Blanca Ball is dash forward, stand short. It works on light, medium, and heavy ball, but not EX, and not VT1. You have no punish on EX or VT1, I don't think, unless Raw Super works, but I don't think it does, and it wouldn't be great anyway. I didn't have grab there, I didn't have dive kick there, and I didn't have punch there. Punch was the best one I could have done, because it's the safest. That was a punish, I think. I might have been able to do stand short. Sweep was probably my best play. Got him. My crouch jabs are doing work. Good old 3-frame. I could have died there. I was thinking that. Good trade for me. Why didn't I jump strong? I could have jumped and done strong if I saw him jump. And just done a jump in combo on block. if he didn't jump because he was blocking the fireball. I had such a good sequence there. Or I could have stayed on the ground and crouch first. Cat is... No, which cat? Oh, the Breath of Fire 2-1? The Falk outfit? Oh, I got it again. I didn't cancel. I think I only did that cancel one time while I was playing this set. Not this set, but like this online sequence. I'm challenging. I'll challenge. If I want to challenge, I'll challenge. Trigger's used up. Oh, I remember that. How lucky. How fucking lucky. I activated right as he did the X command grab. That could not have been better. So I just got a guaranteed punish on it. I just wanted to raw activate so I would have DP. But I saw the EX command grab. I was like, okay. It's Sero. I'm playing Ken. Isn't that her main? Or not? It felt like she was trying to practice a particular footsie thing rather than trying to win. There was like a very big emphasis on neutral, but I tried to play neutral too. I feel like I was kind of being allowed to move a little bit. You know what I mean? Like my movement wasn't being controlled super extreme. Got. Ugh. I think about that time she came back against the fucking 5v5. Where Daigo got drunk. Got that meter right then. I actually did a a VS2 combo there. You see how I did the Fireball VS2? That was actually a mistake. Not a mistake on my part. I like meant to do it. But like I should have done Tatsu there because the meter build is higher on Tatsu. And I needed meter build really badly. It's a miracle I got the meter. Tatsu was a much safer play. I'm getting roundhoused. That roundhouse would have been really unsafe from that range. Roundhouse, Ken's roundhouse is -4, I think. Ugh. I think crouch roundhouse as a poke is probably pretty good with the way that she's moving right now. I'm getting absolutely smashed right now. I mean, I'm going to say something that's probably going to get me really unpopular with black people right now. But when the word was said might have mattered a little bit. If it was like 10 years ago versus like yesterday. Right? Was it? I don't even know the full story. It wasn't a hard N-word, was it? I feel like people are more aware of what to say and what not to say these days than 10 years ago. So you can't take like these days kind of metric and apply it to people 10 years ago. I'm not in favor of saying the N-word, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying there was a time when probably some people who should have known better couldn't have known better yet. I feel like you know, we've been instructed, you know what I mean? It's always been a big deal, but a lot of people didn't know it was a big deal. And now they do. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's okay to say the N-word. I'm just saying there are people who now know better who didn't used to. That is my hot take. But when was it? When actually was it? When did Sarah Blast say the N-word? I'm curious. Because if it was yesterday, then I take it all back. But if it was like 2018, I mean 2008, if it was 2008, I'm a bit more forgiving. I mean, I personally like don't care. I mean, obviously, I think that someone shouldn't do it, but the N-word doesn't hurt me. I think it's a bit tasteless. I don't want people to say it for other people's sake, not for my sake. I am not the oppressed party. I probably could have dashed in and juggled there because it was so far out. Doubling down is pretty bad. I hate that mix-up. I was just like, fuck that mix-up. That little fucking light kick. That light kick changed the cross-up, I think. I got outplayed in neutral. If it was 1 year ago, I feel like Sarah Blast probably should have known better. And if she doubled down, then she probably should have known better. Well, she definitely should have known better. Stupendous. But this time it's a Seth. No, I don't go on Arkepa. That should have been DP. DP would have done all the stun in the last hit. It was smarter. I just do hard Tatsu because it's safer if I drop it. That's literally the main reason. Oops. I was just like, I need to win with something super low risk, and I decided light kick. I was like, light kick is how I need to win. And I think it does eventually work. I'm like, I'm not going to tech throws, I'm just going to hit light kick when he's not next to me. But look how bad this is going. Oh wait, maybe this kills. That was enhanced super too. Oh yeah, I remember that. DP might have gone through that, but I hit pre-jump frames. He like jumped right then. I meant to do stand light kick DP super. I almost lost that. We both burned all bars. Did anyone actually watch Gutex's video? I watched like the first 3 minutes. I got to Gutex talking about watching InfoWars, and I was like, oh. And then him defending InfoWars for being like a better news source than the mainstream media. And I was like, oh. I mean, I'm not trying to be like, you know... Oh, that kill. I'm not trying to be a super lib here, but I kind of feel like there are certain subjects where you can report them accurately and get called a liberal, having a liberal bias. You know what I mean? Like, what's a truly unbiased news source in America? And I'm not saying that fucking the liberal ones are the ones we should be watching. But I feel like a lot of the conservative ones are just like kind of stupid too. Most notably Fox and OANN. Can't you just report information with no, like, nothing else at all? I guess what information you report might be a little bit biased. Or might count as bias. This was third strike, you missed it. I don't like the... I mean, I don't really like the fucking mainstream media in general. But I don't like it because I think it's corrupt. It's probably a little bit corrupt. I think, like, pretty much everyone prioritizes making money and being sensational. I think we all know that. I think we all know the news makes money by being sensational and thus tries to be sensational. Why wasn't it Crouch Fierce? Why was it low strong? Side swap. I think that's true. That was a fuck up by me. Activate was bad to spend there, by the way. I should have kept it for an activation, like, to use this confirm. It didn't do anything there. It didn't add any damage. I was better keeping the view reversals. I did not read a backdash. I just fucking waited. I waited and baited and he did a backdash. You don't have to read it if fucking you do something where, you know. Sakura's worst matchup, I would probably say, is either... The ones I think are bad, I think these are Sakura's only bad matches, are Guile, Akuma, Dhalsim, and Manat. And of those, I think Sim might be the worst. But it's hard to say because I'm also not great at fighting Sim. But most Dhalsim players seem to agree. Also, oops. Most Dhalsim players seem to agree that Sakura is pretty good for Sim. I hit a button right then on reaction to the throw attack. Also, that was the worst crush strong of all time. We need to get money out of everything. That's the US's problem. There are so many different ways that, like, you can make something awful and make extra money. We need to make bribery harder. We need to make corruption, like, not as profitable. We need to make shit more transparent. There's so much shit that's just awful because money's part of it. Yeah, medicine is a really obvious thing that should probably be non-profit. I get why everyone wants it to be profit. It's like, oh, there's no incentive for fucking making new cures or whatever if there's no financial incentive. People should be able to fucking copyright whatever they make. Miracle cure. I think that was unsafe. What the fuck is Seth's stand hard punch on block? I bet it's like -4 or worse. Not using B skill 2. B skill 2 is objectively better there. I get more damage, Oki, and also I get V meter. I feel like using money to keep people from dying is like one of the single best uses of money. That was a really good non-dizzy, but then the combo drop was really bad. I think I could have done light Tatsu there. Just sock things. Just sock things. There are so many other countries in like fucking North and West Europe that just do shit so much better than us. And we can just look at them and see that they're doing shit so much better than us. And for some reason, we're not trying to copy it. Americans don't want to copy anything. Ah! I had a heavy uppercut there, so I don't know why I did light. Heavy would have been a lot better. Epic. Oops. Oh my god, the angle was terrible. I shouldn't have dashed, I should have walked. The thing about America, though, is that we've got so many middlemen. It's very easy to be a professional middleman in America, I feel. And that's the thing that's driving up all the costs. Is there so many systems that allow for middlemen. Also, I had a combo from that close medium punch. It's like we would actually be spending a lot less money if there were fewer middlemen. It's like how people always say that fucking Americans pay more for health insurance than any other nation. It's because we've got fucking middlemen. I should have been thinking about that, but I wasn't. Because instead of just giving your money to the hospital, you have to give money to an insurance company who gives money to the hospital. And then because of that, there's a bunch of extra steps that the insurance company doesn't pay that much money to the hospital. And you don't pay that much money to the hospital unless you're poor. In which case you pay everything you have. Because you can't afford to, like, fucking contest it. I'm sure you guys know all this shit, unless you disagree with me, in which case you, like, disagree with me. Ooh, that was a bad jump. I didn't get DP'd, though. I think I missed this punish. That has to be, like, -7 or worse. There's no way that's safe. I think I just delayed the button. Nothing. That's actually Sakura's punish for fireballs, by the way. Now you know. Oh, I remember that. That was a pretty bad drop. I shouldn't have even spent the fireball. I'm not doing any self-help. I don't know about you guys. Worst throw tech of all time. Ugh, Crush Fierce is a good button. Nice punish. Then you should jump. Oh, cut the walk. Ugh. I think there's a failed juggle into EX Tatsu at the end of this, or at the end of the next one. You know, Sarah's got pretty good neutral. I feel like I'm fighting for my life against this shit. There we go, that's a punish. And you guys doubted me. Isn't that like -5? Or -7 or something? Does anyone remember? I think it's -7. I punished it with a throw, which was probably optimal. Back throw was probably optimal. Confirmation on -7. I had a lot of time to think about it. I was like, stand strong, and I was like, back throw. Or forward throw, rather. I thought throw. And then whenever I throw, I just throw into the direction of the closest corner. I might have been able to punish that with stand short. I definitely could have whiff punished the overhead if I knew it wasn't going to hit me. So that's functionally a perfect. No, if it throws a punish, you can't tech it. Unlike some other games. I think in Marvel vs. Capcom you can tech punish those, and I think in King of Fighters you can. I think in Mortal Kombat X you can juggle into throws, and throws you juggle into can be teched. I think, but they can't be broken with a combo breaker. In MK11 you can't even juggle into throws. I don't know if you can. I think you can't tech punish those in Mortal Kombat 11. I literally, she was just not doing anything. I was just like, huh? And then she started playing. And now here I am almost dizzy. That is super, super combo friendly. Also, I did my V-skill late. Ugh. Actually beat the throw. I hate that mix-up. I hate it. I could have crouch freeze that. No, I meant MKX. MK11 throws. KO throws struggle on some airborne opponents if they're air throws. Like Mini Mario, right? Can't he juggle into his throw? Oh, you love to see it. Nice EX Tatsu nerd. I should have died there. Kind of rude, double dash. Counter hit, that was a combo. I missed that, I forgot about that. What a fucking mess. It's alright, I still got a ton of HP. Don't throw me. I think I got absolutely dunked on by this guy. Luigi DB. I've seen him at Wednesday Night Fights. I actually beat Crutch Fierce. He did it late. He did it super late. That beats jump hard kick from Sakura. He usually doesn't even trade. I made fun of a guy on the fucking Shuriken forums for like an hour and a half. How long actually was the video? It's not super long. It was like half an hour maybe. It's like kind of a bad video in general. Because it's like completely disorganized. It's me like with my real life friends behind me. And me laughing about this fucking dumbass on Shoryuken. No offense to that guy. It's just funny because I swear that guy's just a perfect mismatch of like every other fucking of every other new player who like I don't know. There's so many things that you just see from like a million people. Where it's like, oh man, Juri's so weird, but I know that she's my main. Spiritually, I know. Oops. Really good super. There are like so many little things of that are just really common sentiments among new players. Like fucking training for Evo day 1 of fucking 365 or some bullshit like that. Where someone just kind of decides, ugh, no tech though. Someone just decides that they're gonna win Evo. Has no idea how hard it is. It's just like, well, I'm just gonna work towards it. There's nothing wrong with working towards something. But someone just deciding that they're gonna be able to do it because they put in a year of work. It's like there are other people who started way better than you are also putting in a year of work. Daigo said he played, when he was playing SF4, Daigo played 363 days a year. Back throw killed, forward throw didn't. The funniest thing about that guy, not just rag on him nonstop, was that he had like this long list of things he tried to get into and failed before. And it was like super obvious to anyone reading the thread. It's like you already have no commitment. Why the fuck do you suddenly think you have commitment when it comes to fighting games after you already gave up on fucking 20 other things because they were too hard? I hate this range versus Kyle. No, not that giant Twitter post. We can talk about that if you want. I haven't made a tweet or anything regarding that person. I read the whole thing, but I don't remember all the points she made. The tweet that destroyed the FGC! Huh? Didn't we all reply to it? I thought that was the whole thing. So literally everyone replied to that tweet. Some teeny little fucking Twitter account with sub 300 followers made a discourse on Twitter about how fighting games were categorically bad. And literally every person who played fighting games came in to fucking chimed in to say, well, actually. Even though there were like fucking every single post had like 50 replies with people doing that. Some of the individual comments were pretty funny, some of the tweets in the thread. And there were times where I almost kind of agreed, but then it went off the deep end. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of approached a good point. Fighting games are inherently very unintuitive to play compared to like a racing game and a shooting game. A racing game is you point and you pull a trigger, you know? I mean, a shooting game is you point and pull a trigger. A racing game, you like fucking steer and you brake and you accelerate. Like those things, it seems really natural to have like a brake button and accelerate button and directions or whatever, to have a trigger and fucking aiming. And like, you can kind of tell, once you know what those buttons are, you kind of know intrinsically how to play. But there's no way to translate a punch into a fucking controller. Unless it's like Kinect. You know what I mean? Like, it's never, there's no inherent way to make a fighting game into a video game. I mean, to make a fight into a video game. So, like, it makes, I understand what this person is saying when they say, playing one fighting game doesn't train you to play another one. It's because they're not like that. And even in an individual fighting game, playing one character doesn't train you to play another character. That's true. That's a true statement. That's almost a good point. The reason I think it's not a good point is because that's a feature for a lot of the fighting game players. It's like, yeah, this character feels like they're from a different fighting game. I love that. It's like, that way, no matter which character you play, there's a character for you. Or, like, no matter how you like to play, there's a character for you. Or, like, you know, if you fucking pick a new character, you're back at 0. To some people, that's like, well, improving is the part of the game that's really fun. Also, in almost all fighting games, skill does transfer between characters. Like, much more than you would think. I fought Luigi, now I'm fighting the Mario. Are these two related? What's the deal? That doesn't even work versus... I predicted that. And it still didn't work. Brothers. Okay, I thought it was that. That would make sense with Mario and Luigi. Father and son would also make sense. Oh, that could have been a full jumping combo. Oh, I hate that. She just has a 1-bar answer. It's like fucking... It's like, Cammy. I can't charge fireballs if she has a bar. I would have thought they were alts, but I've seen them play against each other at Wednesday Night Fights. So I knew they were different people. What about the tweet that anyone who plays Smash is categorically a pedophile? That was pretty funny. That's like funny in a vacuum, but the fact that it was part of all those tweets made it a little bit less hilarious. Because it was being delivered in a semi-serious way. Like, I would normally take a tweet like that to be 100% satire. But that, because it was part of the entire thing, it was like, this is satire, but also a little bit I believe it. You know what I mean? I think a good poison probably doesn't use Crouch Fierce much in this matchup, or in general. I think it's more of the quarter circle back punch. I think Crouch Fierce is just weak to jumps in a way that quarter circle back punch isn't. And otherwise they have kind of the same function. Why can't I trade with poison? I should have DP'd there. I hate that I hit stand short and she did Crouch Fierce and like the timing was perfect, but because it doesn't have a hurt box, I fucking just lost. My stand short cannot beat a Crouch Fierce at all. Nice read. It was probably a shimmy, honestly. Look at all this health I lost. And look at the screen positioning. I hope I never get cancelled. I hope if I get cancelled, I deserve it. I don't want to sound like an alt-right kind of guy, but I don't like the idea of cancellation. But I feel like most of the people who don't like it... No, I accidentally watch again. Most of the people who don't like cancel culture are alt-right. But I just think people can change. Whoa, I'm all the way back here. No, I like those ones. No, dude, alt-right people really want fucking cancel culture to not be a thing. Because alt-right people say the N-word. How do I arrange these? I had a tiny little set with art, and it started so beautifully, and then it went to shit. He said it was a little laggy, but I watched the archive, and it was like a teeny bit laggy. You know what I mean? It wasn't like jumping, but it was like, it was there. But it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't too bad. On my side, it wasn't laggy at all. Look at that good punish. But he had a little bit of lag. Look at my wiggle. MLG wiggle. MLG up fireball combo that had no ender. No, I'm not a pro wiggler. I'm only okay at wiggling. There's so much room to be good at wiggling. Sometimes I see videos of like people like walk in, walk out, and they like bait through 2 throw attacks. And it's just like, damn, I don't have that kind of commitment. That was a punish. Look at these DPs. Look at them. Also, I'm using V-Skill 1, V-Trigger 1. V-Skill 2 is almost useless in this matchup, I feel. That was just because he was plus. I was just like, YOLO. He's dead to a super, but not an EXTP. That was a deliberate super. So it's just like, you know, if he commits, then I win, but he probably won't think that. He'll probably think he'll just like get knocked over if he commits. What was I saying? I had something on my mind before that. Oh yeah, V skill 2 is impossible to land in this matchup. Crush counter roundhouse is impossible to land in this matchup. You can't do it. You can do fireball stuff with V skill 2, but in the corner it only adds a little smidge of damage and loses meter build. And mid screen, I think it's better to do hard DP because you get better Oki, and I feel like Oki matters a lot in this matchup. This matchup feels really bad for Sakura, but that's just my impression. Challenged. Once they jab, I know I have nothing in that setup. You can still do it from far away. That was a bad angle by me. If I did light one, it would have worked. But last time he moved backward, and I did I think a heavy one. I mean a medium one. So I just guessed wrong. You can DP actually a lot versus Sim. There's some nuance to the way you can fucking DP. Ah, I just let him do it. I let him do that teleport. You can crouch freeze those. I'm letting him do it. I'm letting him do it. What do I do? I'm helpless. I'm helpless. How did he flip-flop this so hard on me? Sim is tough. Oh, anyway, because Roundhouse Crush Counter is like impossible in this matchup. Roundhouse is just not a very good normal here. And because I think that Oki is more important than damage in VT1 combos, I think that V skill 2 does almost nothing in this matchup. So even though I normally like VS2 for VT1 stuff, and even though I normally like it more in neutral, I actually feel like it's not good here. So I picked V skill 1, because that can do something instead of nothing. Ugh, why did I go for it? Around this point, I was like, if he ever fucking teleports again, I am so gonna strong that. Ugh, it was meaty. He might have had a juggle. That one was meaty too. Ah, he turned! I tried to walk under him, I forgot. He turns every frame on the way down from a V skill. Delete Dalsim. I just forgot that was a thing. I was gonna try and punish him on the ground. I feel like I'm in... Oh, there it was. I feel like politics have been coming up a lot in my stream lately, and it's definitely partially my fault. But I feel like we are in a very political time. I've always been of the opinion that it's impossible not to be political. Is that combo? He did it like a combo. It might have been a deliberate reset. What's that quote where it's like, you might be not be political, but your boss is political and your landlord is political? It's like something like that. I got smashed by Art. He was too strong for me.